the NBA playoffs on NBC.
Christian Javier brings it. There it goes. Swanson touches one off. 5-0 Atlanta here in the fifth. 6 seconds. Murray hits it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Louis Sports Network. It is your boy Louis coming back at you once again with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. Smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure those notifications are turned on. Make sure you are sharing this on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Happy Wednesday. I am having a lit time here in Dallas, Texas. I apologize for not being able to be doing more videos or the live streaming. The internet has been like off. I've been trying to figure out in terms of like in this hotel, like what the internet procedures are. But I kind of got them figured out. It's like you have to put an access code in to be able to use the internet because it goes off, and you know the access code changes like every single Monday from what I'm told. But anyway, I got things working right now. So anyway, peace and blessings to everybody on this Wednesday. Right now, it is very cold right now in Texas, and there's supposed to be some flurries, but nothing's really falling right now where I'm at. I'm in Euless. So, but anyway, guys, hope everybody's enjoying their day so far, and let's get on to the video. So, the NBA's top 75 list came out. I've been looking at three different sources: Hoops Hype, The Athletic, and ESPN. Obviously, the issue that I'm having with that is one player. There's a couple of players, but I just want to talk about one in particular, and his name is Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, according to The Athletic, they have him ranked 11th all time. According to Hoops Hype, they have him ranked 11th all time. That doesn't sit well with me, but it gets even worse. The four-letter network ESPN has him ranked 13th. And guess who's ahead of him? Kevin Durant. And I say to myself, how is Kevin Durant ahead of Hakeem Olajuwon? KD's career is still writing itself, right? But what I don't understand is, how come Hakeem is not a top 10 player of all time? And I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to see that these media guys have an infatuation with perimeter players. Because if for people who didn't get to see and watch Hakeem play, Hakeem is one of the greatest two-way players of all time. Let me put things into perspective about Hakeem. Hakeem Olajuwon is a career 52% field goal shooter, 22 points and 11 rebounds for his career. Let me put it to you this way. This guy is the only player in NBA history to win an MVP in the regular season, a Defensive Player of the Year award, and Finals MVP in the same season. Now, two other players have done this, and their names are Michael Jordan and Giannis Antetokounmpo. But neither one of those two won all three hardware in the same season. Hakeem to this day is the only player that's accomplished that. Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, regular season MVP in the same season. Let me put some other perspective. How about the fact that Hakeem Olajuwon in 15 NBA categories, career-wise, Hakeem Olajuwon is in the top 15 in 14 of them. Hakeem Olajuwon is in the top 15 in 14 different categories. And the man was a 6'10" NBA center. Think about that for a second. This is your center in the top 15 in 14 different categories. Think about that. That shows you the versatility of Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, what hurts Hakeem in terms of why he could have possibly been a top 5 player was the fact that he didn't have his peak and his playoff success is what kind of hurts Hakeem. He was consistent. He's only one of 4 players with a quadruple-double in NBA history. And one of the other players that could come off the top of my head is David Robinson. And think about this. You're talking about two all-time great centers have 2 of 4 quadruple doubles in NBA history. Hakeem is one of them. And let's go back to his 1994 and 1995 title runs, which is one of the reasons that he's hurt. And it's also the fact that he has 1 MVP and 2 finals MVPs. So I think that the fact that he's lacking a little bit of hardware probably hurts him as well. But let's look at this into perspective again. Hakeem Olajuwon in 1994 won an NBA championship without an all-star that year. First finals MVP, complementing his amazing 1994 year. Rockets win 58 games. 1995, the Rockets are the 6th seed. As Bob Costas said, he went through the playoffs, what could be known as the steeplechase. I remember that quote because of the teams that he went up against in that entire playoff run. They did acquire Clyde Drexler, so I'm not going to deny that. But you still have to be able to play and perform at a high level. And Hakeem's 1995 postseason was legendary. Who did he beat in that playoff run? Arguably one of the greatest duos, if not the greatest duo in NBA history, in John Stockton and Karl Malone. 60-win Utah Jazz team, prime Karl Malone, right? Who ended up winning 2 MVPs in his career, 2-time MVP. Those happened after 95, though, 97 and 99. Defeats, oh, by the way, Karl Malone, top 25 player. Charles Barkley, 1993 MVP, career numbers of 22 and 11, 4 offensive rebounds for his career, shooting 54%. Defeated a 59-win Suns team in which they trailed 3 games to 1. The Mario Elie kiss of death in Game 7 in Phoenix, right? Western Conference Finals. Scoring champion in 1994 in April had a 71-point game, and I think it's the 4th or 5th highest scoring output in a game in NBA history. Defeats a Defensive Player of the Year back in 1992, and was the MVP in the regular season. And, oh, by the way, the Spurs had the best record in the NBA that year. The Admiral David Robinson. What position does he play? Center. Charles Barkley, power forward. Karl Malone, power forward. Okay. And then in the NBA Finals, even though this was his 3rd year, Shaq won the scoring title, and Shaq finished 2nd in MVP to David Robinson. And oh, by the way, they beat a 57-win Orlando Magic team that had the best record in the Eastern Conference and went to the NBA Finals. With Penny Hardaway averaging a 50-40-90 in those NBA Finals. Shaq giving you 26 and 12 on 57% shooting. And the Magic got swept by the Rockets. 4-0. Yeah, those are the players that Hakeem beat on his title run. They pretty much are big men. He beat 2 centers and 2 power forwards in that run. But you're going to sit here and tell me that Kevin Durant leapfrogged Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon played most of his career with the Houston Rockets. His last season was with the Toronto Raptors. But at that point, Hakeem was 37, 38 years old, way past his prime. But to sit here and say that Hakeem is not a top 10 player of all time, you got to be kidding me. He is. And I take Hakeem over Kevin Durant any day of the week. As a matter of fact, Hakeem Olajuwon is the one teaching players the fundamentals on their footwork in the post. Footwork on the perimeter. And Hakeem was a solid perimeter shooter himself. He could knock down shots from the perimeter. He didn't always knock down from the post, but his footwork always set up his jumpers. His footwork always set up his post moves. That's how great Hakeem was. So the fact that Kevin Garnett by ESPN put him over Hakeem shows me the bias and infatuation with perimeter players. At the very least, though, even though I'm not happy with the fact that The Athletic has him 11th and also Hoops Hype, they at least have him above Kevin Durant. Like, it's common sense, y'all. Hakeem is a better player than KD. KD's obviously the better perimeter player, but we're talking overall. At both ends of the court, Hakeem Olajuwon all day, man. You're talking about one of the 5 greatest centers of all time. You're talking about arguably probably the greatest two-way big man of all time because he could do it at both ends. Okay? Kareem is the more accomplished. And Kareem could do it on both ends as well. But again, it depends on your personal preference. But Hakeem Olajuwon, the most skilled center in NBA history, in my opinion. Anyway, those are just my thoughts, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. There's your boy Louis with another one. Do you think Hakeem deserves to be at the 11th spot on the athletic hype and hoops hype? And does he deserve to be 13th and Kevin Durant should be over him? Or do you think Hakeem is a top 10 player of all time? Let me know what you guys think. Bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.
You know, so many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, you know, Michael Jordan, I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me. Because, you know, you can't compare